Good morning and Merry Christmas. Thank you for spending a little bit of your holiday with us this morning. We do want to get the bad news out of the way first. You did not win last night's Powerball drawing. I'm so sorry. The $1.8 billion winning ticket was sold, though, in Arkansas. Y'all, it's the second largest jackpot ever won. Big congrats to them. What a Christmas gift. Heads up, if you are taking the family for a holiday ski trip, a huge Colorado resort will be shut down this Saturday. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon is going to be filling us in on that upcoming strike. And Denver sports fans have two teams to cheer on tonight. When and where you can catch those games, featuring both the Broncos and the Nuggets. First this morning, we're working to learn more about a deadly Christmas Eve shooting at an Aurora apartment complex. This happened on Billings Street and Evergreen Avenue. Officers responded just after 9:30 last night. They found multiple people shot. 5 victims were taken to hospitals. We know that 2 of them later died. Police say the victims who died are a 41-year-old woman and a 17-year-old boy. 3 others survived with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators believe that the shooting happened between people who knew each other. But so far, there have been no arrests and there are no suspect information at this time. Anyone who knows anything about this is asked to call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. We do want to take a live look downtown at the Mile High Christmas tree all lit up over the Aurora campus. Denver could again be looking at some record-breaking warm temperatures. I know yesterday for Christmas Eve, Katie, it was officially the warmest day in Denver on record, and could be again today for our Christmas.
Balmy. It's not really feeling like late December. Yes, we hit 71 degrees officially at Denver International Airport yesterday. That made it the warmest Christmas Eve day ever on record. And this December 25th, we're bracing for a little more of the same. Windier into the afternoon, and we are fortunately talking about more mountain snow as we get into the end of the week and weekend. But for today, you can see out over Winter Park, it is dry and it's looking a little abysmal in terms of our snowpack here across the state. It continues to dwindle. Warm, unseasonably warm temperatures are melting a lot of spots in the mountains at lower terrain, but temperatures this morning are below freezing in areas like Granby. Vail at 35 this morning, and we're in the upper 40s and 50s. Castle Rock sitting at 58 degrees right now, and we have seen some gustier winds down south and up into the mountains over Loveland Pass. Last recorded wind gusts there at 48 miles per hour, so do expect some breezier conditions in the mountains and foothills for today. A storm system is making its way closer and closer to Colorado. That'll switch things up. But for this morning, mostly cloudy. Sun will be rising 55 degrees by 9 a.m. If you're heading out to Denver International Airport, no big weather concerns for today. It will stay dry, gradually clearing skies, and 70 is the expected. We do have snow in the forecast. We'll look ahead. Some brief snow showers today. More widespread accumulating snow for the mountains and for the Denver area this weekend. Details still to come, Erica.
Katie, thank you. Well, it is finally Christmas. That means a lot of stores and restaurants, they're going to be closed today so that people can spend time with their loved ones. Here are some of those businesses that are going to be closed. Costco, Trader Joe's, King Soopers will not be open. They'll be back open tomorrow, though. Now, if you forgot to get a gift or anything, gift card, no luck at Target or Walmart. They're going to be closed too. Some restaurants, though, like Starbucks, Red Lobster, and IHOP, they're going to be open on limited hours. Some local pharmacies may be open on limited hours as well. For a full list of what's open and closed, you can head to our website. The Colorado ski season is off to a tough start. Our last round of dry, windy weather means some mountains have more pine cones than powder on the trail. And for one resort, a planned ski patrol strike will be making things much worse. Yeah, this morning, we're talking about Telluride. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon has the story for us this morning. What do we know so far about the strike, Courtney?
Well, Erica, we know that the Telluride Ski Resort will be shutting down on Saturday after ski patrol workers overwhelmingly rejected the resort's final contract offer. The Telluride Professional Ski Patrol Association represents nearly 80 workers. 99% of them voted against this offer. Members of the union have been without a contract since late August. They want higher wages and say recruitment and retention are other issues that need attention. Resort owner Chuck Horning said in a statement, quote, "We are naturally disappointed that the ski patrol made this choice during such a busy time." He went on to say the strike will have devastating effects on the community. The resort says their contract offer included a a 13% wage increase for the 2025-2026 season, along with a guaranteed minimum cost of living increase of 5% for the following 2 seasons. If the union would have accepted this proposal, the pay scale would have ranged from $24.06 per hour for trainees to $39.84 per hour for station leads. The Ski Patrol Union argued the offer was insufficient for patrollers to afford living in the community. They reportedly requested a 27.7% increase for the upcoming season.
We're seeing more and more patrollers that we put a lot of time and money and effort into training, and it's no fault of their own that they realize that they can't make it here, and they can't survive here on the wages that are being paid to them, especially towards the bottom of the scale.
The resort says they are going to process refunds for guests who bought tickets directly. It's unclear whether the resort will be closed past Saturday. Live in the studio, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
All right, Courtney, we appreciate your reporting. I know tough for anyone in the area that wants to go skiing out there, but it's got to kind of make sense for everyone.
Right, and living in the high country, we know that costs a lot of money.
Yes.
We've seen that a lot, especially in Telluride.
Absolutely, Courtney. Thank you so much. This isn't the only problem for ski giant Vail, which sells access to Telluride through some tiers of its Epic Pass. Seattle-based skiers are up in arms after finding out their only local resort will be inaccessible for months. This is because the recent flooding destroyed the main roadway from Seattle to Stevens Pass, and fixing that route will take time. In an Instagram post, the resort said there will be no refunds for pass holders. So here's what's going on here. They're arguing that getting to the resort is technically still possible. Guests from Seattle, though, have to take a 2-hour detour in both directions. So this is more than doubling the length of their drive. The social media post has hundreds of comments, many from angry guests. Customers like Elena say if this stands, they will not be back next season.
Need to do something, or I think they're going to lose a lot of customers. Yeah, absolutely. I'd probably switch to Icon.
Competitor Crystal Mountain is available to Icon Pass holders. That mountain also saw its access impacted by those recent storms. Visitors will need to make reservations to ride in order to reduce traffic on the highway. And even with the limited access, the Icon Pass is still offering guests the chance to defer this season pass to next season. Speaking of flooding, California has taken a big hit this Christmas. This atmospheric river has brought torrential rain, flooding, and heavy snow. Millions of people were in the risk zone for flooding rain. Emergency crews had to carry out rescues across the state, pulling drivers from high water and even saving hikers who were trapped by overflowing rivers. In the mountains, authorities had to put chain control rules in effect as feet of snow hit the mountains there. New this morning, we're getting an idea of how hard businesses were hit by Xcel's planned power outages. According to our partners at the Denver Gazette, restaurants in Evergreen, Golden, and Boulder, they were hit the hardest. The Evergreen Bread Lounge reports $40,000 in spoiled food products. The owner of Nosu Ramen and Abejas Bistro, they report a loss of $75,000 in product. The FAA is changing the hours to the air traffic control tower at the Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport in Broomfield, and it's because of staffing issues. Starting this Sunday, the tower will be open from 7 in the morning to 8 at night, opening 1 hour later and closing 2 hours earlier than normal. The airport says the shift is to allow better staffing during the busy daytime hours. The change will stay in effect for about a year. South Metro Fire Rescue and the Arapahoe County Sheriff rushed to a garage fire on South Cherry Street last night. Firefighters were able to quickly put it out, and they made sure that that fire didn't spread inside the home. No one was hurt, and the cause of that fire right now is still under investigation. As holiday travel picks up in the mountains, first responders, they're rolling out a major upgrade in emergency care. Highland Rescue Team and Clear Creek EMS, they're expanding access to life-saving whole blood transfusions in the field. Now, because of this, they're now the first ambulance services in the state to use a new 35-day whole blood product. The program allows paramedics to give blood on scene to patients in traumatic or medical shock, which is a critical step in an area with long transport times and no hospital in Clear Creek County. Colorado is seeing a record number of applications for its universal preschool program for the upcoming school year. According to our partners at the Denver Gazette, as of Monday, the program had received nearly 13,000 applications. Enrollment opened on December 9th. It offers families up to 15 hours of free preschool for 4-year-olds each week. It's the year before they enter kindergarten. Since launching in 2023, the program has served nearly 90,000 children. It helped Colorado climb to 3rd in the nation for preschool enrollment. Providers, though, have concerns. Some include upcoming requirements to reduce class sizes and tighter teacher-student ratios. Bethlehem is celebrating Christmas again for the first time in 3 years. The celebrations were canceled because of the ongoing war in Gaza. Bethlehem's mayor told NBC News he is relieved the celebration has returned.
It was very important for the resilience of the people of Bethlehem, and because many people almost lost hope. And you know, when you lose hope, it's the end.
Thousands turned out, you can see here, for the parade down Star Street all the way to Nativity Square. And we do want to take a live look at Vatican City in Italy this morning, where the first American Pope is leading his first Christmas Mass in the role. That is pretty awesome. Looking out there over at St. Peter's Basilica, worshipers also gathered in Paris at the Notre Dame Cathedral for midnight mass. The landmark cathedral is now entering the final phase of its rebuilding project after a devastating fire in 2019. The church reopened last December. Back here in Colorado, spectacular holiday light decorations on full display and attracting visitors to one house in Arvada. Jake Pruitt has been decorating his parents' house since he was in college. Look at this. This is a masterpiece. The holiday display going strong for more than 10 years. About 125,000 lights wrap the house, accompanied by a music light show. It's a long process to get it all put together. Jake says they start decorating in September. It also takes him about 30 hours to program the 13 songs used during the show. This is so impressive. Jake says the display serves as a way to give back to a community that gave him a childhood full of holiday memories.
That was probably my favorite memory, was driving around and checking out Christmas light displays. And we always had those iconic houses, you know, it was like, we have to go to this one. So I was like, if I could ever get to that point where I could become, you know, one of those houses for people, you know, just be a great feeling.
So what's their electricity bill come out to? That's what we're all wondering. Turns out it's about double their normal rate just for the month. I'd say it's worth it, bringing all that holiday cheer.